Almost everybody on the internet's been absolutely wrecking Matt Hansen, the Avowed art director, because of his racist comments. He really thought he could say that he wanted to push crusty old white dudes out of the video game industry and get away with it, but that definitely isn't the case. And while we've had Obsidian's co-founder, Chris Avellone, speak out, we've even seen Elon Musk talk about how these are terrible comments. Now we have developers blasting this art director as unstable and childish. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, I don't think that Matt Hansen expected to get wrecked this hard, but when you have people like Elon Musk making statements about this, yeah, it's going to go pretty terribly for you. And now we have devs speaking their minds. So Roland Moritz, the founder of Cult Games, I think that's how you're supposed to say it, and the main developer for The Great Rebellion, blasted Obsidian Entertainment, Avowed, and its art director, Matt Hansen. Moritz spoke exclusively with Fandom Pulse, who asked him for his reaction to Avowed, including pronouns in the game, blocking gamers on X who shared that they want the pronouns removed, and the art director, Matt Hansen, revealing he wanted to make Elon Musk mad with the game. For those who are not aware, it was discovered in a previous video uploaded by Force Gaming that the game would feature pronouns. Now, all you can see is he/him, so we don't know how far they're going to go with it, but one would assume there is also she/her and they/them. If they put any others besides that, I'm not sure. Maybe they'll even allow you to make custom ones. I'm definitely going for beep boop, but it's pretty freaking pathetic when you have somebody admitting to adding pieces of content to their game in order to piss off people they disagree with politically. I mean, he straight up said he's so happy that Elon Musk was so triggered over this game, but it's only going to get worse for him because now he has brought a firestorm onto this title. And while, yes, he is just an art director, he still does represent the company. We're not just even talking about Obsidian here. We're talking about Microsoft. We're talking about Xbox. These are some massive names. And while I do not think that, he's going to bring down the, company by any means, we are talking about another game that is facing backlash. And with every single woke title that's come out, we are seeing steeper and steeper drops. We are seeing games failing, underperformances left, right, and center. And I think that when you have somebody like Matt Hansen coming out and attacking gamers, it's only going to ultimately get worse for him and the company he's working for, and I highly doubt he's going to stay with Obsidian after these statements. But of course, gamers have been talking about this situation. They're very upset. Elon Musk also said having pronouns in a fantasy video game is utterly unacceptable, and I agree with this. I think that there should just be gender in a video game, males and females, and that is that. When you have to pick pronouns and you have to pick if you want top surgery, scars on or not, when you have to hear terms like transgender and non-binary, it takes you out of the experience to hear all of these modern day terms and phrases, at least in my opinion, and clearly millions of other gamers. But Hansen responded saying, "I wanted so badly to make him mad with my game, and I cannot believe it actually happened." But now the Great Rebellion dev is reacting to all of this, telling Fandom Pulse the whole thing is another revealing look into how deep the gaming industry has been subverted by radical leftist ideologues and, quite frankly, extremely entitled people who got used to getting their way every single time over the last few years. And yes, this is a major problem in the gaming industry, is these people preach diversity and inclusivity until it comes time to include people with different opinions. Diversity of thought is a thing that needs to be respected in the industry, and it just isn't. We have people like Matt Hansen admitting they want individuals pushed out of the gaming industry just because of the color of their skin and the fact that they're males. That is absolutely disgusting, but you can't expect these people to respect you because you have an opinion that differs from theirs. These individuals, these radical leftists, say you are either with me or you are against me. You are either a radical leftist just like them or you are against them. And it's so fucking pathetic. While, yes, I of course understand that people are going to defend their decisions and their stances and they're going to tell other people theirs, that's perfectly fine. If you do not force it upon somebody else, and you simply are respectful when it comes to voicing your opinions, there shouldn't be a problem with working together. But unfortunately, there is a great divide in the gaming industry right now. He also said the fact that Obsidian's art director is lashing out in the unhinged way he did is the sign of a person who is not in the least willing to engage with any criticism or self reflection and is, in short, spoiled. Yes, 100%. These people do not want to have conversations with others that they view as their enemies. And that's what's sad, is that we used to just be opponents, who might be vehemently opposed to one another, but you could still be respectful. But now you are labeled an enemy of the gaming industry if you are even slightly right leaning or even center, if you do not, parrot these people's talking points, if you are not some, shill leftist. He then observed they have to contend with the simple fact games that do well to appeal to their audience are naturally successful. Games that spite their audience are unnaturally unsuccessful. Some of the woke flops we saw could have been good games without meddling. This is a factor in game design from the ground up, as we see in Obsidian's art director baking his controversial opinions into the game at a fundamental level, which are at odds with the culture. It's unstable, it's childish. We make games that are enjoyable because of our culture, not out of disdain for it. And it's so sad to say, but we have seen this happen a lot over the past few years. Creatives, whether they are art directors or writers or producers, just normal developers, say, oh, we wanted to piss people off with our experience, so that's why we changed it so drastically. It's so sad to see, because they could make a boatload of money if they respected the source material, if it happens to be a remake, or they were at least trying to listen to gamers in any way, shape, or form. And of course, we've seen Elon Musk say that these discriminatory comments will not end well for the Avowed art director. Responding by saying things like it should not be acceptable for any company in the gaming industry to be racist and sexist against white guys in the past. Matt Hansen has said, oh, Elon, you sweet summer child, this will only embolden me, you sad sack of shit. And this was back in March. So over the past couple of months, really the past year, I bet that he also had made changes, and Elon Musk had responded to Ed Miles Chong saying he is confessing to illegal behavior. It won't end well for him. And yep, Chris Avellone, one of the co-founders of Obsidian, just a few days ago had said that if you have been discriminated against, you should throw a lawsuit their way. And I 100%, without a shadow of a doubt, agree. Now, it will be interesting to see what happens over the next couple of weeks and just months, because this game does launch in February, by the way, 4 days after Assassin's Creed Shadows. So I think that week we're going to have a lot of news, given we're going to have 2 major flops on our hands. I don't think Avowed is going to be as big of a failure as Assassin's Creed Shadows, because Avowed is going to be on Game Pass to pump up those numbers. But I do think that they both are not going to be beloved titles by any means. And I think that they're going to face major backlash when they finally launch. So I will be keeping my eye on this. But we've got, co-founders roasting this art director, Elon Musk doing the same, and now developers blasting him as unstable and childish. But that's all that I had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.